recalling and rehearsing and nursing the hurt, the rejection, the negative emotion. And you are going to be stuck waiting on the negative emotion that you gathered in the past to disappear. It's not going to disappear until you take a move towards unconditional love without any feelings. See, we are waiting to feel like it before we do it. And you have to understand that, faith people, we don't move by feelings. We are going to do it because that's what's supposed to be done. And now guess what happens? It's almost like it is an emotionless decision to, by faith, do it because it's right to do. That's character. Character is not doing what I feel like doing. Character is doing what's right because it's right and doing the right, even if I don't feel like it. And so if you know that this is the right thing to do and this is the love thing to do, I don't even feel like it. I don't feel like it. I don't want to. Emotions are used to move you in a direction away from the will of God. For you to allow a negative hurt, pain, betrayal to keep you there means that you never get to start the course towards your development. You are going to have to say, the right thing to do is the love thing, and I don't feel like doing this, but I'm going to do it. And every time, my wife will tell you, every time you do that, the feeling shows up. You attack those hurts and those pains just by doing the right thing. And this is the place where Christians are stuck. You don't know what I've gone through. You don't know my pain. You don't know the challenges I've gone through. And your negative emotions and feelings cause you to be stranded sometime for years. And you never know the ultimate. Pastor, you keep saying development. What are you talking about? It requires pressure in order for development to take place. A guy goes in the weight room and he lifts 2 pounds, he will never develop muscle because it's not enough pressure to develop muscles. Growth is differently. You grow without pressure, but development requires pressure. Let me define development for you. It's the process of growth and progress. The process of growth and progress. It's expansion. It's evolution. It's maturing and the unfolding. Your relationships and your marriage can expand. It can unfold. Your marriage and your relationship can become something that you'll think is a dream if you will recognize the necessity of being developed there. To do things without waiting on the feeling to do it. I do it because it's the right thing to do. I don't feel like doing it. God dog it, he make me mad. I can't stand him right now. Those are the feelings you have. And with all of that, I am still going to do a love thing. That's where you're going to grow. And the Christians that refuse to do that, here is your destiny. When you are not developing, you are deteriorating. And you will eventually disintegrate. Deterioration and disintegration is the future for people who refuse to do what's right because it's right, sitting home waiting on a feeling. You will never grow. You will never make progress. You will drink poison, hoping somebody else will die. You will be stuck. You will become old and full of regret because you wouldn't take a step to do the right thing. And it took 40 years of your life before you could get the feeling you needed to make the move, but now it's too late. And life has passed you by, and it only required a step of faith in unconditional love to bring you to a place of seeing that marriage unfold and expand and seeing it make progress and seeing it do what it was intended to do. And now knowing what it's like to have days of heaven on the earth. But it is your self-centeredness, your stubbornness, and the fact you've been seduced to think like the world that keeps you there. And you'll come to church week after week after week, and you'll hear truth that you're not ready to do because you don't yet have the emotion to do it. You're waiting on an emotion to move you. You're waiting on feeling better about the hurt. You're waiting on feeling better about the betrayal. You're waiting on feeling better about what happened to you. And you walk around with a crutch. You don't change. And you come and you sing Christian songs, and you shout and you dance, all form with no power. Hopeless, trying to practice the principle and make it override what you really feel. And this whole life is faith. And faith is not feeling. Faith is just plain obedience, because I'm in love with God and I'm going to do what he tells me to do in spite of how I feel. And the people that do that will understand the victory that comes by living in faith. But we want to try to get victory in every other area except in our marriage. And you keep waiting on that feeling. You keep waiting on that emotion. And then when it finally does adjust to your liking, then you want to step over to the other side in unconditional love. It's too late. And you spent 50 years of your life trying to pass first grade. 50 years of your life has come and gone trying to pass first grade. And all you had to do is just step in the right thing and watch God provide the positive feelings and emotions to keep you there. Yeah, but I'm trying, Pastor, but they're doing me wrong. Yes, that's the course. The course is I'm going to do right even when they do me wrong, and the pressure of them doing me wrong is going to make me do right, and the more I do right, the more powerful I become. I'm rooted and grounded in love. I'm anointed. I'm powerful, and it eventually will break them. I didn't get this out of no book. Tap in. I have come to know that this is truth. How come you get to get a divorce and we can't? I told you, before we get a divorce, we'll tie ourselves to a tree out in the woods and just cuss each other out for 3 months until we get hungry enough or tired enough to say, all right, let's talk. But now you want to run and get a divorce because you ain't got no peace. That ain't grounds for a divorce. You won't get a divorce because you ain't got no joy. That's not ground for the divorce. You got to earn that. You got to take the course to show you how to get that. You got to be willing to develop. That's why the pressure comes. The pressure comes. When the pressure shows up, that's your opportunity. When an argument comes, that's your opportunity. When a disagreement comes, that's your opportunity. Opportunity for what? To become more powerful. This is the gospel. I don't feel like preaching unto you that I know ain't going to work until the roots get right. Why talk about prosperity? Why talk about healing? Why talk about favor? Why talk about how God going to move in your life and the roots are not right? They're not right. And even yet, some of you sit here right now, you are hearing the truth and you're hearing the Spirit of God talk to you about what you need to do. And there's this fight going on the inside. But he hurt me, but she betrayed me, but all of these different things. And so you're never going to know the essence and the power of unconditional love, the experience of that love. You won't know it because you have been contained by your hurt. That's why the devil makes sure it happens so he can use it later. Yeah, that's why your daddy left, so he can use it later. Oh, that's why, you know, you lost your trust so he can use it later. All the irritation so he can use it later. So that if you could ever hear a sermon like this, he pulls this file up and he's not too much worried about it. Because I'll just make sure the hurt, if they think